Two support Kaias in the building, and then two frontmen with Kyna and Teros making it happen on the front lines.
Yeah, we have some pretty solid comps going into this one. Of course, the hyper meta comp of Kyna and Teros, and then we're seeing more and more people pick up the Zariel. Obviously, we saw Akno earlier at EU today, so Zariel is very, very quickly becoming more than just like a normally meta pick, but a hyper meta pick. Almost got caught by the ground pound, but Kaiser was able to get back over the corner, avoiding that ground pound from Lorez's bow. There's a quick little inlight, interruptions all over the board. That big side stick from Kyna is going to kind of break up that little scuffle that was going on in the middle.
Yeah, that was going to be a real problem too, man. If that second ground, you saw how far the first ground pound stayed. I mean, he's going to hit that one under the stage. You were definitely hitting past that blast zone. But luckily, Kaiser lives to see another day. No one really getting a super advantage right there. Unfortunately, I think Lopez just a little too late to get that Sayer. And so now, yeah, I mean, it's right down the middle. I don't know who's going to get that stock first. Looks like Kaiser's going to lose his immediately, and now Lopez is right there to go ahead and deliver another stock take, establishing a little bit of lead for here for the red team.
One interesting thing that I've already seen so far, specifically this game, is like Kyna was basically camping the middle and then just like gauntlet inlighting anybody who got near him. And meanwhile, Lorez was the one extending to the left side and then extending to the right side to get that second KO as well. So Kyna planted in the middle, and Lorez is the one like orbiting around looking for something. Now things are changing up just a little bit. I think they're getting towards the end of their stocks, so they're going to play a little bit more dangerously so they can maybe find something big, but also get knocked out at around the same time. So Kyna and Lorez are on the same page. There's the stomp side air. Kyna's going to run around here. He has a soft platform. He gets to it, takes a recovery, takes an air. Only 2 hits. Not the worst in the world, but one of them was a hammer hit, of course, from the Teros.
Yeah, it's going to add up some damage for sure. Oh my God,
this is scary.
This is bad.
They keep it going, but the interruption from Kyna. He ended up falling out of the team combo, and he got his wits about him and was able to get back and interrupt any more damage being put out on Lorez.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still, look at the amount of damage they put. They got right back into the game, so hopefully they can turn this into something that's just going to be a small Sayer to go ahead and push him off the stage. I will say Lorez's edge guarding has been kind of top-notch as well, too, so I expect just like that, both stocks dropped. This is huge for Kyna, huge for Lorez, but can they hold on to these high damage stocks for quite long and actually establish a lead?
Now, just a few seconds ago, I saw Kyna do something a little bit strange that I'm not typically used to seeing, or maybe I just haven't noticed it yet. He did a GC light, and then he did like a pivot neutral air to send the opponent back down, kind of towards Lorez, but it was under the soft platform, and Lorez was actually on the soft platform, so I don't really know what his decision-making was there. But there's the ground pound. It wasn't bad because Lorez did get the follow-up. Nice neutral air to save, and then the recovery as well to completely split them up, so K can't find anything on both of them, like a big ground pound off the edge.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's like, yeah, you know what?
Yep.
I want to be on the same time as you, bro. I'll never leave my bro behind.
Yeah, that is a tactical stock loss right there to make sure him and Lorez, or him and Kyna, are on the exact same page. Because if you're damaged and you get sent away from your teammate, all of a sudden he's by himself.
Yeah, it's a little one-on-one action. And, you know, honestly, y'all can get back into the fight a lot faster, especially since you already have so much damage here onto K. And that is going to be it. Yeah, just a quick pass over there to Lorez. Ends up getting that stock as well. 4 stocks for Lorez. A double knockout is what secured those 2 stocks there for Kyna. But look at the damage here yet again. I'm telling you, they're playing like a well-oiled machine. 654 on to Lorez. 520 on to Kyna. Those are big damage numbers and respectable damage numbers for sure.
Yeah, Lorez doing a fantastic job here. Typically, we talk about how Kaya will play maybe more of the supportive role.
Yeah.
And then especially when there's like a heavy-hitting Teros on the team, like that's the front man. That's the big bruiser at the front. But like you can clearly see how that's also very, very fluid, depending on who the team is, depending on who's piloting the legend, and how they're able to take control sometimes or take that step back in that supportive role. Because we have times where Kyna's the one going crazy and Lorez is playing Mr. Support.
Yeah.
And then we have games like this as well, showing how good Lorez is at 2v2. He can also be the front man on a typically more support-styled legend.
Yeah, I think also too, like, it just really feels like whenever he does see that like opening, he doesn't like, you know, step back. Like, all right, well, hold on, I already got the opening. Like, I can get this edge guard. Don't even worry about it. Like, you don't have to try to come out here. I'm not going to go back to stage. I'm just going to make it happen. And like that actually ends up getting quite a bit more damage. He also seems to be very good at getting any punish whenever Kyna does get hit. So like he's playing his support role quite well, but then he's turning any of those like little openings to actual points. So that's nice. Here we go.
He's already starting the edge guard here.
Jesus.
Huge interruption. The dodge barely comes through in time. Just a slight delay on that side signature, and that would have been it. But that's Lorez having to decide in the moment, do I want to wait on this side signature? Do I want to rip it right now and just overwhelm the opponent? So he happened to guess wrong that one time, but that's just a coin flip at the end of the day.
Yeah, but like that's exactly what we're talking about though. Like, look at, I mean, normally he can be there. He can be there for Kyna, and then he can also make it happen on his own. Jeez, bro. The edge guarding again. Yeah, you do not waste your time over there. He's going to come over that edge every time. If it's not a pivot there, it's just a ground pound.
I did want to give Kay and Kaiser quite a bit of credit, though, especially for that first game. The second one might be falling away from them here shortly if they're not able to wrap it back up. But they had Lores and Kyna on final stock, both in yellow. What a great D-light into the neutral air from Kaiser. And then on the other side, Kay was there to grab the second person that didn't get hit by the hammer neutral air. So they're able to turn that like one startup grabbing both into 2 players on the blue team getting active. There's the side of the weapon toss. That's the dodge from Kyna.
I felt that down there coming, but he just was a little out the range. Luckily, Kaiser was able to touch that stage in time. There it is, Lores again. Always,
should be ready. Yep, there it is.
For the punish, and still passed it over to Kyna, who got put up there by Kaiser. And he's like, wait a minute, bro. We're going to turn this into an actual stock take, and they did. Another stock gone one more time. But Kyna is sitting very healthily here on 3 stocks. Even if he loses this now, it doesn't even seem to matter.
Now, there isn't like a mini map in Brawlhalla because you can see everything on the screen at one time, but it really feels like in this game especially, Kyna and Lores are so good at knowing not only where they themselves are, but knowing where their teammate is and knowing where their opponents are. And also all the little minutia of like the jumps that they've used, the dodges that they've used, everything. They're able to keep track of all of this in their mental stack somehow so that they can always be where they need to be and respond accordingly.
No. Okay.
Oh, this is scary.
Yeah,
nice
okay.
interruption. They ended up turning it around, too, after that side stick from Kyna.
Dude, this is...
Dare? Yep.
Yep, the dare's going to be...
and
again,
the ground pound right after.
Bro. You can't get... It's literally... I feel like it's actually like a boss battle to get back to the stage whenever Lores puts you out there. He's so good with his edge guarding, and they even shutting this game down even further. Like this time, 242, 301 damage here on the side of Kay and Kaiser. They're just getting further and further. They didn't have to do that much damage this time around because they found Lores and kind of found such effective stocks.
And that was actually a pretty early stock, too. That was towards, like, the latter stages of orange. He wasn't even technically in red. And typically when we see Lores going in for those dares on the corner or on the side wall, he's usually going in for, like, 4 or 5 of them. Usually he'll pick them up a little bit earlier in their stock. But this time it was just the one, and then instantly he was there with the ground pound for the finishing move, the coup de grace there in a late orange. Not even really early red, but a late orange opponent in K. A high defense legend. You just saw the stats. That's a high defense legend. That's a tanky legend. And yet he was able to get that stock so early. Lores is going crazy here. He's playing so well. I cannot state that enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's not taking anything away from Kyna, though. He's obviously doing what we expect him to do, but like it's just a lot of the big plays seem to be coming from Lores out of nowhere, too. Like, he's got surprise ground pounds. He's finding stocks way out there. He almost got that stock super early in that second game, but luckily a dodge came out in time. So currently, though, this game's a little more down the middle. Kind of taking quite a bit of damage, so is Kaiser.
Yeah, we're going here onto Miami Dome, going to give us 2 soft platforms. Nice GCD light into the recovery. Almost off the top, but some of that Kai defense coming into play here, keeping Lores alive against that lower strength of K. There's the in-light coming up from Kyna, sending over. K backing up as both members of the red team come after him. But like we said, we have the high soft platform so we can get over there. You want to do the blender right in Kyna's face? Like, get ready to get hurt, brother.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there it is. Just kind of sends it up and out of there super quick with it. Kyna still looking. Oh, still looking for a spot right now. Kind of trying to get back into this match. He's going to find it here. Almost got that read there, but he just gets way above the side air, so he doesn't get hit back down to Lores, who was definitely waiting in the wings.
Yeah, we're seeing some solid pivots coming out from Kyna's Gauntlet gameplay. Typically, some of the stuff that you don't see as much in 2v2, they'll just kind of go back to those fundamentals. Oh, it's a big ground pound setup. Kaiser goes under the stage to hopefully avoid the weapon toss, which he does, but then both members of the red team are going after him so hard that they both lose their stock.
I think Lores did the thing again where he was like, all right, I'm down to lose it. Because like Kaiser was gone, and he's like, oh, wait, you just lost your stock. I'm coming down. Don't worry about it. We're going to stay locked in. We are in sync right now.
It's 4 stocks to 3. They feel comfortable enough to throw those 2 stocks away there so that they're both on the same page. Kyna potentially getting juggled here. He's the one most damaged, although Kaiser is the only one on final stock. So if Kaiser gets taken out here, it's going to be K all by their lonesome. There's the D-light into the side air. Instant punish. And the team punish accidentally from Kaiser, who hits the side air, attempting to interrupt Kyna, but he hits K.
Oh, no. This is like, yeah, this is when the game starts to get a little scary, too, because whilst we do have a good lead, they have to get the stock off of K to really or threaten any chance of like a 2v1 comeback. If anybody gets pushed off the stage, he is still living. Kaiser's doing a really good job of like staying in the back and not getting hit either as well, too. Look at him nice by himself. This is unfortunate.
Oh, yeah, that's it right there, yeah. That's going to be really tough. That second swipe on it, it could be a little devious. The weapon toss goes down. Loris is already down there with a GCD light. Whiffs all of those and then comes out with the recovery to get the KO on the top. This is K staring down the barrel of an 0-2. It's about to be an 0-3 from this team as they have run into a brick wall named Lores and Kyna.
Oh, missing double swipes right here.
Just
Kyna,
barely
Lores
touching that corner,
really
too,
just
dude.
over there. Like, I'm willing to fight regardless,
Yeah,
bro.
he does not care whatsoever. No sense of self-preservation. And yeah, they're just going to make it, unfortunately for K and Kaiser, they legitimately made it look easy.
Yeah.
But that's just because Kyna and Lores are on a different level than so many other teams out there. Congratulations to K and Kaiser. I don't want to, like,
Oh, not at all.
have anybody watch what we just saw and be like, yeah, they get them out of here. They're done. It's Kyna and Lores. It's a real 2v2 team. Like, no, you need to be serious about what just happened.
It's
and
top
K and
five, bro.
Kaiser,